All right, joined here by the great Ron Jaworski. Thank you so much for joining us here. You've just taken in Carson Wentz, NDSU Pro Day. Your initial thoughts on Carson Wentz competing out there today?
I thought he had a special day. And maybe to echo the sentiments of Hugh Jackson, the new head coach of the Cleveland Browns, I went up to Hugh immediately after the workout and I said, "What do you think?" And his eyes lit up, a smile came on his face, and he went, "Oh my God." So it was a great workout. I would agree with Hugh Jackson's sentiments. It was a very special day. I thought Carson Wentz showed everyone here what he can do. There was one area personally after watching his tape I wanted to see improve, and that was the deep ball. In my tape study, I thought it was a little flat, but he certainly made that correction. His deep ball dropped out of the lights, which is what you want to do, throw it in the box. He did all the right things. I thought it was a very special day for Carson Wentz.
Now, Hugh Jackson, the only NFL coach here today, word broke towards the end of the Pro Day today that the Browns have signed RG3. Does that at all affect the likelihood of Carson Wentz being able to go to the Browns as well?
In my opinion, none whatsoever. I think right now Robert Griffin is a project. He's a reclamation project. He's a guy that, suffered a serious knee injury, never recovered from that, was relegated to pretty much a practice squad player with the Washington Redskins. Certainly the pedigree coming out of Baylor is very good. But whoever the Browns draft, that's going to be the guy they want as their quarterback. And Robert Griffin III will be there for competition.
Everyone has talked about the fact that Carson would benefit most from sitting. I think everyone agrees that learning curve into the NFL, especially for a quarterback, can be difficult. From what you saw today and what you've now met of Carson Wentz, can you see him having maybe a successful first year in the NFL?
It's very difficult. It's very difficult for any young rookie quarterback to come into the National Football League and splash onto the scene per se. There's so much to learn. The game is so tough. I think the career path for Wentz is going to be very good, but it's very difficult the first year, and there's a reason for that. Usually you're drafted by a poor team, and you're going to be the pillar of that football team. So it takes time to build around that pillar. So, Carson Wentz is not going to go to a very good football team. That's the misfortune of being, the top quarterback or the second top quarterback, whatever it may be. So he's got a great skill set for the future, but I think year one it'll be a struggle.
You pointed out the deep ball in film. You said that improved a little today. What do you think he needs to improve on from here? What did you see that can still develop?
Very little. His game tape is really good. And the fact that he's only been a 2-year starter here in North Dakota State, a 1-year starter in high school football back in Bismarck, so he really only has 3 years as a starter under his belt. So to me, I get excited about that because as good as he is right now, just think what he's going to be when he gets that game experience at the NFL level. He's been coached beautifully here at North Dakota State. This is an outstanding coaching staff that really does have a professional football offensive philosophy. The things that he does with his pass protection, their passing game concepts, both vertically and horizontally, fit to the NFL style of play. So, I think his ascension has been so quick because of the coaching staff here. They do a terrific job with this football program.
My final question for you, what's your best advice for Carson Wentz from here, whether it's up until draft day or moving forward through the NFL?
Be yourself. And I think this young man is faith-based. He has a great family. He gets it. It's kind of a broad-based statement, but he gets it. He knows what it takes. And with support of the family and the friends that he has around him, I think he'll have an outstanding career. But don't get outside your own element. I've seen it. I've been around the NFL now since 1973, and I've seen a lot of talented guys fail because the bright lights get to them. They lose their focus. And when you get to the NFL, it is fierce competition. I mean, incredibly fierce competition. And the focus has to be on yourself, your team, and the game.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, Jaws. We're glad that your second trip to Fargo could go better than the first. Certainly, probably a little bit warmer.
Back in '72. Well, you had to bring that up.
Youngstown State guy. I mean, come on, we have to. But thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. Enjoy watching you on TV. Guys, that's it for me and Jaws.